please.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. The most devoted fans are Frank Ocean fans. And I want to say, in a sense, don't come after me.
No, he's...
One of the most delusional fans are Frank Ocean fans. I'm
going
to say it.
I was going to say
it. This is what they get.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what they get.
That's what they get. Look, I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. It was in my archives, but I wasn't going to say it. And
when Grupo Frontera themselves said they didn't even know Bad Bunny was going to be on the song until the day of the music video shoot, I knew that Bad Bunny was just using them.
Welcome back.
What up? What up? Welcome to episode 7 of
the Dopamine Flow.
We get better every time.
Every time.
Good job, Chach.
I surprised. You know what? Last time though, it was a setup for me.
Maybe, perhaps.
Because you really tried to.
But we have to be on sync. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like you have to be ready for me whenever I say we're recording.
No, but you were plugging it without me knowing you were gonna plug it.
Oh, okay.
So you were I was like, oh, now?
Oh, kind of like right now we're recording the Dopamine Flow. Oh, come on, Chach. You got to get better now.
See, that's exactly what happened last time.
Hey,
anyways, today's episode is not sponsored, but will be sponsored eventually.
Hopefully.
I'm manifesting. By Jarritos.
Cantaritos. This is crazy.
Jarritos.
If you've seen this all over TikTok, Twitter, I
plug in the video of when you found these.
Yeah, I was trying to find these 2 weeks ago. Could not find them everywhere. I went to every Mexican supermarket, liquor store, low key ones, couldn't find it.
This man was all around the South Bay.
Check today, and my oh my, to my surprise, the tall can. Sheesh. So this one is mandarina. Which one do you have?
I have piña.
Piña. Pa la niña.
Piña para la niña.
Hey.
No, honestly, that one's really good though. But also, I've never liked pineapple jarritos.
Okay, we could switch off midway.
You know what's crazy? This is full circle for the 90s kids who grew up on jarritos.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're appealing to us.
Oh, so good.
And they did seltzers.
Yeah.
They knew.
If you don't have one yet, go and get yourself one.
They knew we were gonna fall, but we will not be.
Can't disclose the location. My bad.
Dude, Anthony's such a gatekeeper.
Cheers.
Hot girls don't gatekeep.
Salud.
Cheers.
Hot boy. Oh my gosh. It's like
a summer.
It's like the US version of the pinche ¿cómo se llama?
Arizona's?
The new mix. The Jimador new mix. This is the United States version of the
new mix. I wish we had. I still wish we had the new mixes though. This doesn't compare to the new mixes. This is fire.
This is good though. It's dangerous.
The new mixes, I had 2 when I went to Mexico City.
Yeah. The whole episode's just gonna be us drinking these. Damn, these are.
That's the whole episode. Is just
these are drinking these. So we kind of started a little early.
Yeah, he made me open it. Check my Instagram.
What was I gonna say? These are creepers.
They're pretty good. Pause. Anthony had maybe 4 or 5 sips of them.
Oh, come on.
No. I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna expose you. Listen.
Look at this.
Oh,
You're
a big gulper.
Yeah, this. If you know me in real life, though, true. You know I'm not a sipper.
No, he just chugs. It's a slow and steady race for me.
Yeah.
This man is just, what's next?
Hey.
But no, he tried to plug in we have a light setup. He tried to plug in one of the light bulbs into the mic. And that's when I knew.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking.
I was
the Jarritos got over me.
Yeah, honestly, if you need any more reason to try them, it's because Anthony almost plugged in a light bulb to the microphone.
But the reason why we got these is because we needed a big can for a big episode because we have a lot of juicy stuff.
Yeah, Anthony.
We're going to be talking about today.
For the cheese, man.
My, oh my.
Yeah, this is big cheese right here.
Pretty good. So, pretty big thing happened over the weekend.
Over the past couple weekends.
Because
when we're filming today.
True. You're right. You gotta speak in the future.
Yes, right.
Coachella.
We are all about Coachella this week.
Yeah.
A lot of big things happened. I'm like,
So-
it seems so far away. It was literally just last weekend,
Yeah.
but a lot of stuff happened between those days. So I think for us, it's like
A lot.
we're trying to keep up. You should see Anthony's notes.
It's crazy.
His notes section goes crazy right now with Coachella notes.
But first and foremost, let's talk about the lineup. What are your
Yes.
thoughts?
I was really excited. Wait, I need to pull it up because like I said, I don't remember. Okay, so obviously Bad Bunny was the big one. When did the lineup come out? When would you say this came out?
It was a little later than usual.
Yeah, it wasn't as soon as.
Was it like no? It wasn't January. Okay, so we're in April. Just November.
I want to say November, December. Yeah,
Something like that.
around there. Watch it not even be close.
I don't know.
Someone fact check us. Bad Bunny. I was like, I really want to go.
That
I
was
like,
crazy.
This is the only reason why I would want to go.
The first Latino or even Latina
headline.
just to headline. That is crazy. That's
like
when
it was
you know.
crazy when who went last year? Los Angeles Azules.
Oh yeah. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
When they
I remember
first-
everyone
yeah,
went.
That
and
was
I was
crazy.
like,
Grupo Firme, I think were there, right?
What?
Yeah.
Fact check.
That's when they were popping. They're not popping anymore.
No,
That's when they
popping.
not
Not
in
as
my book.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Trying to keep up. But yeah,
Peso
go
Pluma's
on.
the back. Okay, so when they were there, I was like, at Coachella,
Right. It seems
I
so
remember
weird.
speaking to my cousin about it, and
Yeah.
she was like, she didn't know until people were posting on their Instagrams or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, this is crazy. And that wasn't even a headliner.
Mm-hmm.
So for Bad Bunny to be the first one, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's
it
his big
was
year.
big.
The year of the rabbit.
Yeah.
Literally. You like that one, huh? You like that one? Fact check. All right, keep it going.
You caught me off guard with that one.
You gotta keep up with my dad jokes and speed rounds because we are filming the dopamine flow.
There you go. No, so Bad Bunny was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I thought honestly that was, and then Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
That was the other one that I was like, damn.
Which
like they really got
sounded
him.
a little too good to be true.
Well, because every year,
Right.
every single year, it's like, oh, it's Frank, it's Frank. It's
Little
never Frank.
whispers.
It was Frank this year.
Right.
And then I think the only other ones that I was like, oh, I could get behind, or like Rosalia.
Yes. Motomami.
Because there was just a lot of like Latino,
Yeah.
Hispanic artists. And I was like,
This year for
damn,
sure.
that's a vibe.
This year for sure was the year of the Latinos and Latinas at Coachella. Because we're talking about Becky G on the lineup
I know.
too.
Isn't that
which,
crazy?
You know, it's funny because we live here in the area in the South Bay.
I
So
was
whenever you go to a
born-
show at the Forum,
Forum.
a reggaeton concert, everybody's like, they bring out the special guest,
It's
Becky
Becky
G.
G,
I
but she
swear, I've
lives
seen her like
around the
5
corner.
times already.
literally
It's
lives
like,
around the corner.
special guest, Becky G. And it's like, yeah, you know. But this time was a little different.
'Cause
like,
she's at Coachella. Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
it felt like, damn, like coming from
Yeah.
Inglewood, going to Coachella, that was major props. Loved it. She brought out Marca Mepe.
Yeah.
Brought out J.O.P. from Fuerza Regida.
Yeah, wait, I'm trying to think who she brought out.
And Peso Pluma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that last weekend?
Yeah. Weekend one. We'll talk weekend one.
Okay, weekend one. Okay,
Yeah,
let me
that
put
was
my
weekend
mind
one.
into weekend one because
Yeah.
we're
So
living.
that was
here.
pretty crazy. And then Cali Uchis too.
I love Kali.
Yeah, I fuck with her music. It's so good.
Yeah, I think not a lot. I think she doesn't get. She's underrated.
Yeah,
I would say.
she had a great performance. I watched the whole thing. I watched Becky G's whole thing. It's pretty good.
Anthony was like planning out his weekend plans around live streaming Coachella.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, it was pretty good. I mean, to be honest, for me, it was a low grade lineup though.
Yeah,
I kind of
wasn't like,
expected more.
The only reason why there was even conversation about me going to Coachella was because of like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, honestly, and to me, it just wasn't enough to shell out like hundreds of dollars for the ticket. You got more for the hotels and stuff.
Yeah, if you've
for
looked into going to Coachella,
transportation,
that's
you know,
that's
everything.
expensive.
I don't know. It's like over $1,000 for Frank Ocean. And,
girl, I would never financially recover.
and to be honest, Saturday's lineup was Blackpink. I think we talked about this. We're not K-pop kind of
Oh.
people. I
Girl, I didn't even know what you were
highly
talking about.
despise it, for being honest.
Yeah, I honestly have never listened to it.
Yeah.
My niece is like really into it.
Y'all do y'all thing. That's cool.
Yeah, no judge.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I know a lot of people like it. I just don't. It's just one of those things that I just won't understand.
Yeah.
But I'll be
at a different tent. I'll be at the Sahara tent, the Yuma tent, the outside tent.
I'll be in the American Express lounge.
Be at the bar. But anyway, so that was that lineup. That's what we had to work with.
Yeah, that's the lineup. So with all of this in mind,
yes.
Then comes Coachella, which is where we were at last weekend. And it's just very eventful. Very, very eventful. It's like been a big week for like music in general, but like
we have to talk about
Coachella activities.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
What happened there? Are you surprised?
I am.
Are you? Yeah.
I think I'm so surprised because it took so long to get him out of wherever he's been hiding. Like this has been a running meme.
Yeah.
For how long? Like I think I was in high school. That's how long it's been. Like where people were like, "Oh, Frank, like I hope he comes to Coachella, blah blah blah." Like there's no way he's not going to be there. Like it's always been in question for a really long time. So I think for me, for him to like be on the lineup was like, damn, that's crazy. They finally got him on there after so long. And then shit hits the fan.
So me personally,
really hit the fan.
Shocked, but not surprised.
Shocked,
but not surprised.
Yeah.
So in case you, I don't know, just went on a hiatus and on a phone's cleanse,
a social media
cleanse. There was a big fiasco with Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
So to begin with, he started an hour and a half late.
Right.
A lot of people camped out for hours. They were waiting outside.
I saw TikToks of like people storming the gates
as soon as they opened the gates
to go to his stage.
Yeah, just to run to get barricade.
Yeah, I would never
for
That's
his
crazy.
Stage. I've done it for Lana. I'm not gonna lie. It was worth it. She actually performed. And I got a selfie out of it.
Okay.
Frank Ocean could never.
That's true. Shout out Lana.
Shout out Lana one time. If you're hearing this, babe, hit me up. Let's get you on the potty waddy. Anyways.
Not the plug-in. If you don't know, Lana Del Rey is Anthony's like number one forever. Has been, always will be. No one will ever compare. So ladies, just know that you'll be number... Does your mom come after Lana? Would you?
No, my mom's first.
Okay.
I love my mama.
So you'll be number 3.
Mom, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it down.
You'll be number 3 in Anthony's life.
Damn, that's
low.
Maybe we shouldn't advertise like that.
We gotta make some adjustments.
Yeah. But anyways, so Frank Ocean, a lot of people were camping out for that. A lot of people were waiting 12 plus hours. He shows up 1.5 hours late, maybe even 2 hours.
It was really late.
Yeah. When he finally gets on, people are kind of taken back because
he's not even performing.
They see people like, do you see the dancers? They were just walking in a circle.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like a Yeezy runway show.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, what the hell is this? And then you could barely point out like Frank in the middle. Got a little gnat.
Yeah, a little gnat in here.
It's your angels. What is it called? Yeah.
No. It's a gnat.
So anyways, you could barely see Frank Ocean in that center when you have all these people walking around.
Right. It was just weird. It just didn't feel like it was, you know how people like practice Coachella and like their performance and like even the way they come out.
It didn't even seem like it.
It didn't seem like that. So I was very confused. Like when I saw all the videos, I was just like, what is going on? Like I was just like question marks over my head, you know, the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is how he's coming out after how many years? I was
exactly.
Just confused.
It's 6 years. Yeah. It's been 6 years.
Which I was like, I guess maybe he's rusty, but I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
So that was one thing, you know, and he finally gets to perform. After like the first or second song, there's these really long pauses, almost like 2 minutes. Somebody on TikTok says that they were there. It was like said it was about a 2-minute pause in between songs. The whole thing was weird. And he was talking to his like audio engineer or something. And then it finally came to another song. And did you see when he was quote unquote performing the song Nights? He wasn't even performing.
Oh no, he was just vibing.
Yeah, he wasn't even holding a mic.
I saw that.
Are you freaking kidding me, bro?
I saw
like if I were there and I paid that much money, like bro, this ain't no damn karaoke. Like I don't want to hear the person next to me sing. I want to hear you sing.
Exactly what it was.
I came here to hear you sing. Yeah, you know,
especially like if you're a diehard Frank Ocean fan.
And that's another thing.
Like like if you paid that much money and you expected to see the one person that you have always wanted to see, I would be so tight.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you? I think I wouldn't be his fan anymore.
And this is the thing.
That's just crazy because how do you know that these people, obviously, like going to Coachella is a luxury.
Yeah.
Not gonna like front, like you have money if you're able to go to Coachella, but if you don't have money to Coachella and then you do go to Coachella for the mere fact of like you're gonna go see your number one perform, and then you go and it's some bull like this, I was like, I would be so mad.
But I think there's two levels of Frank Ocean fans.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was thinking about this too because
that's true.
Besides like Beyonce and Taylor Swift and all these K-pop bots on Twitter and stuff, one of the most devoted and Lana fans.
You're about to get attacked. I just want to let you know.
They're gonna come after me. At least they're getting our views up.
Do I cheers? Do I not? Do I want to be canceled with you? No.
I'm the captain of this boat. You coming down with me?
Titanic.
The Titanic.
No, I'm gonna be Rose. I'm gonna save myself.
Only fits one. So, anyways, the most devoted fans are Frank Ocean fans, and I want to say, in a sense, don't come after me.
No, he's
one of the most delusional fans are Frank Ocean fans.
Just say it. Just say what you want to say.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
No,
right?
say
hold up. I like his music, but I don't consider myself a hardcore fan. Okay. Reason being is that like, gosh, they put him on a pedestal.
Yeah.
They put him on a pedestal.
So how do you feel about?
And I think there's two different Frank Ocean fans. One, I love. Did you see that Justin Bieber posted? On the first weekend?
On the first
that
weekend.
was the best performance. Frank opened my eyes, inspired me, creative, this and that. I'm like, bro, are we watching the same performance?
Side eye.
Are we watching the same performance?
Bombastic side eye.
He didn't even defend Haley like that. We went there. Hey, these things be hitting though.
No.
No, but to be honest, like these
you brought
fans,
up his wife.
These fans are so delusional. It's like, bro, they're like, oh no, give us some time. And
oh, that's funny. That's actually really. I think he's like. I think he's seen like that in the whole industry. I don't think it's just like his fans.
Right.
I think as a creative, he is seen that way by a lot of people. It's kind of like, I would compare it to like Kanye in a way. Like a lot of the stuff gets like justified because he's like like musically a genius,
creative,
whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, okay, at what point do you draw a line?
Exactly.
Like,
and I think with this, there's two different fans. There's one, fans are gonna be like, you know what, like I can't keep defending him like this. I still love him, still love his music.
I think that's where people are now.
But I can't keep defending him. And then there's the other version where it's like, oh no, it's okay, like give him a break. It's his first time 6 years, and rightfully so. He did have a tragic loss in his family.
Yeah,
a lot of people saying he's coming over that.
Yeah.
And
but then just don't go.
That's my thing. If you know that that's heavy on your heart,
and you're not going to give your fans 100%, exactly.
Give someone else that light.
Yeah.
You're not going to give 100%. When you're ready, your fans are going to be there with open arms.
Yeah. 1,000%.
The way he went down made it so much worse. Made it so much worse. Because not only that, it was announced the date of that Coachella on YouTube was not going to stream his live set.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Everybody was pissed, including myself.
Yeah, you
because I planned my whole day out, making sure I was home by that time to watch the live stream.
Yeah, and then it didn't happen. I do remember
and
that.
God bless, what's her name? Morgan Doesn't Care on Instagram.
Did she post?
She was on live streaming it.
Damn.
And she originally had about it was either 2 or 6K followers on Instagram. She went up to 14. I want to say it was even 40K followers. I kid you not.
That day.
Yeah, that night.
Damn.
She became like this social media superstar overnight just for streaming that.
That's crazy.
So shout out one time, Morgan Doesn't Care, because she, in fact, does care. Damn, we are on a roll.
Look at us. Woo. We're synced up now.
We gotta have these every week.
We're synced up now. I think, honestly, when it comes to Coachella, it's a big thing for music artists. Like, I think, and which is why we made it such a big deal that, like, Bad Bunny was, like, headlining whatever. Yeah. Because that is a crazy stage to be a part of.
Exactly.
Like, you have people flying in. Like, for us, it's kind of normal because we live in California. Like, it's only a 2-hour drive, whatever. Yeah, you drop some money on the ticket and the hotel, but it's not as much as, like, people who are flying in from everywhere. It's, like, literally the biggest, I'm not going to say, like, the biggest stage, but it's like the biggest, it's like the biggest festival.
So. It's so to the newer Woodstock.
Yes. Yeah. So then you see their names on the headlines and you're like, oh shit, like these people are like making it. And if not, like that's their ticket in.
Exactly.
So for him to like, for all these expectations to be there, and then it's like men are always disappointed, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't get categorized as them. Y'all just looking in the wrong places. So once you get your head out of the clouds, hit me up.
That was just my plug-in. But no, I think that's just leading up to expectation when you know it's going to be that terrible.
I hear you.
Like, what were you thinking? I genuinely want to know, like, what happened there. If they pull out a documentary on, like, Frank Ocean's.
This would be a good one. It's like Fyre Fest, but it's like Frank Fest.
Yes. I would love to know what happened.
This would be a good Netflix documentary.
Damn, Netflix. I need to shut up sometimes. I'm not getting paid for these ideas. But I think that was like the biggest thing. And then obviously Bad Bunny's Weekend 1 performance was also like a really big thing because we all had, from our last episode, we had that topic come in. Then, you know, obviously his Coachella performance is coming up. And then you're kind of just like, oh, how's this going to go? And Weekend 1...
Can I go back to Frank? I'm not done.
Yeah, go back to Frank.
I ain't done.
Go ahead.
I'm about to do a Kanye moment.
Oh my God. Here you go. Here you go.
No. But do you remember in Frank's set too, he had this like, oh gosh, he only performed 3 songs and then he had this really long DJ set. Do you remember that? No. So he had this really long DJ set where it was like, you know, how EDM music, like techno music, and everybody's like, what the hell's going on? Like, this guy's still not, you know, performing. You could barely see him on stage.
I do not remember. Well, obviously, I don't follow Homegirl.
Oh, Morgan doesn't care. Exactly. Right. Okay, so let me tell you. So you could barely see him on the stage. Okay. He was so hidden in there. The only way you could see him were on the TVs.
Okay.
And even then, he was kind of hiding from that. There were certain parts where the cameraman was up in his face.
And he was
he would go like this or like that. Telling him, like, get away, pretty much. And so everybody's like, what the heck? You could barely see him on stage. He had a long DJ set. There was long pauses in between songs. And the way that the show ended was so cold. He pretty much was, like, arguing with his audio engineer. You could see it on the camera. He's arguing with his audio engineer. Bad. And then he says, all right, I'm told it's curfew right now. Show's over. And that's it.
Cut.
And people were still waiting there. Like, is this a joke?
Like
is something's going to happen? And then, boom, all the lights go on.
And then
I hear people crying in the background, this and that. And you know what? It's crazy. And I think a lot of...
this is awful. They should really make a documentary out of this. Crazy. I would really love to know.
And a part of me kind of wish they would have brought out Drake. It would have been like a Camp Flock Not 2.0. But you know what? Drake. Honestly, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
I was going to say it. I was going to say it.
Hold on. Well, I don't know. Maybe we got different things, but hold on. Maybe we're in sync. I don't know.
I think we're in sync.
But this is what they get.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what they get.
That's what they get. Look, I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. It was in my archives, but I wasn't going to say it.
Let's talk about it.
But... Let's talk about it.
Sheesh.
No, because that was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. And you know what? That is what they get.
That's what they get. So a couple years ago, Camp Flogna, there was going to be a to be announced, I guess, special guest.
Yeah. And, it was like super hyped up.
Right. And everybody, you know, was in their Frank Ocean merch. Mm-hmm. You know, they all showed up because they're like, oh, it has to be Frank. Like him and Tyler.
Yes.
You know, they're friends.
Yeah.
And they brought out
I thought it was going to be Frank.
I honestly did too. They brought out one person, you know? And then they're like, oh, and we got another special guest. They brought out another person. Everybody's like, oh, damn.
So
they were building the suspense. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then the audience started chanting, Frank, we want Frank, right?
Yeah.
And then they bring out Drake.
I love
Drake. Everybody's like, Drake. Right. They bring out Drake, and people are not messing with him. They
booed him.
They were booing him.
Imagine booing Drake.
And he
it's
had
still Drake.
There was a part where he had enough. He said, "Listen, I'm all you got. I'm here for you. If you want to keep going, we'll keep going. You tell me."
Yeah,
you want me to keep going?
He was
Everybody's
fed
like,
up.
"No."
Yeah, he was fed up.
He says, "I go by the name of Aubrey Drake." You know,
Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, Aubrey Graham Drake. Thanks for rocking with me. This and that.
Yeah.
Storms off the stage.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Honestly, wholesome king. The real wholesome king.
And
he knows how to respect himself because he wasn't taking that. Those were the tweets that I was seeing when Frank pulled what he did.
Yeah.
They were like, that's what you get. I said, look, karma, it has its moments.
And if you're a Frank Ocean fan, if you have a different perspective.
I'm a Frank fan. I love Frank's music.
Like a hardcore fan. Yeah. If you're a diehard fan, let us know in the comments. What were your thoughts? How
do you feel? A lot of my Instagram followers, a lot of the people that I've, like friends actually, that I have on Instagram, like we're diehard Frank fans, like love Frank, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was seeing them go off, like on their stories and things like that. Cause like people were going just to see him. And then he pulled out. Yeah. And he was like, my ankle.
Right. So fast forward now, weekend 2, Coachella, which actually is, it's starting, a little bit better.
It looks better.
It looks better already.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Is it a thing where weekend 1 is better or weekend 2 is better? Because I know people have their preferences.
So it depends who you ask.
Okay.
Because weekend 1 generally is like all influencers. That's what kind of everybody says. Weekend 1 is just full of influencers. Weekend 2 is when really it's like the time to go.
Okay.
However, a lot of the big surprises I feel happen weekend 1 because all the coverage, all the it's the first time you see it. All eyes are on weekend 1.
Right.
So okay. For example, Becky G, she brought out Marca Me Pe, J.O.P., Peso Pluma.
Yeah. Double P.
Sheesh.
Love that man.
But she didn't bring them all out for weekend 2.
Yeah.
But there were some better versions of weekend 2. For example, Bad Bunny set.
Oh yeah.
Because weekend 1, Bad Bunny, he had a kind of rocky show.
Rewind. It was.
It was good, but you can
Let
tell.
me gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the energy was so off for his set.
It was, right?
From him.
You felt that, right?
Yeah. And like, I think like it was just weird. Like I remember after seeing it, it was a lot with that resonated with me was like he was taking that big stage not for his music but to like address a lot of stuff.
Make a point.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I was like, like I wouldn't want to be there like with that energy.
That's
like
crazy that you felt that though.
Yeah.
Because I felt the same thing.
Well,
like
I think,
he just wasn't like you felt he wasn't there.
It wasn't like okay because obviously we went to the concert.
Yeah.
That we know what a Bad Bunny concert looks
right.
like.
Yeah.
When he's into it, when he's feeling it, like when he's in his vibe. Yeah. That didn't feel like I was like, oh, why is he talking so much? I was like, what is his point that he's trying to make? Like, he was just addressing all of the things that like was happening, whatever. Which I do understand. It's a big stage. It's your moment. But I'm like, this isn't the moment. Like, if I'm paying that much to hear you perform and like, put on a show,
right?
I don't want to hear your excuses. Like, go on Twitter for that. You know, like use your little Twitter fingers, put out a little message, whatever. But like, don't take time out of the set.
Yep.
And then don't perform like half-assed. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of sucked too because he had technical difficulties.
Yeah, he was.
You could tell.
Yeah, he was.
So he brought out
really
Post Malone for an acoustic set, which is crazy because it's like a crossover.
Yeah, that shit was so weird.
And they looked like genuinely happy to see each other, and it was gonna be a wholesome moment. They were gonna sing La Canción, El Coco, I think, but. A couple strums into the guitar, I noticed Bad Bunny was reaching into his mic set, and he was kind of adjusting the levels, and he couldn't hear it.
Yeah,
and he could hear the guitar going in and out.
Yeah,
and to a point where you just couldn't hear the guitar anymore.
Yeah,
everybody's like, oh, so next thing was to improvise.
And I think he's really like, I don't know him personally. Yeah. But like he looks like he's a perfectionist. At least when it comes to like his music, you know what I'm saying? Like I think he really does care a lot about it and stuff. So I think that was really frustrating for him. Like it'd be frustrating for anybody, but I think because he was the headliner and like it was expected.
It's his first time.
Like you could tell. Like weekend 1, you could tell. Like,
and he tried to put his mic to the guitar, but it just wasn't the same. And then the fans ultimately had to sing the song, but you couldn't really hear it too much on the live stream. You could tell he was disappointed. And then right after that, it goes to the second segment where he hops on the jet ski to do the duets with Jacob.
Yes.
But when he was on that jet ski, and they do a zoom in, and you look at his face, he looks pissed.
He looks so angry.
And another part of that, there was a long pause. Like the DJ wasn't starting the song.
Yeah.
For ¿cómo se llama? Taquiti? I think that was the first song. Baby, I am. Yeah. So there was a long pause. It didn't start. As soon as he started, he was kind of like, all right, let's finally get through this. But going back to what you were saying earlier, there was a lot he was addressing.
Yeah.
And that was the first time Bad Bunny's been in the spotlight since its whole Ben and Kendall.
Ben and Ken.
Yeah.
Fiasco.
And so he had a lot to say. And I'm going to give you the synopsis.
He has the receipts.
I'm going to give you the...
Essentially, Anthony has the receipts.
We'll give you the translated version.
Oh, you put the cantarito down for this one.
Sheesh, you already know.
It was serious.
So he goes on and says this. So beginning with, he's all like, do you want me to speak to you in Spanish or in English? Pues obvio, en español, you know?
I said I would love to hear it.
Kendall, English, you know? Do you see that funny tweet? Was the caso cerrado, doctor
aquí se habla español.
Nada de good afternoon,
ni un hello.
Ni un hello.
Este es un programa en español. Se habla en español.
I love that you know. I love that you know.
That's my favorite video ever. I swear.
Ni un hello.
Your name is not Moon.
It's not Moon. It's Luna.
No, I thought of that too.
When he started on that note, we're like, oh, okay.
I was like, what kind of
bull?
Yeah, okay. I was just confused. I was just like, why would you say that? What is the point of even whatever?
But anyways, I knew he was going to address it. I knew it was going to come at some point. I didn't think he was going to do it like this. But this is what he had to say. He says, sometimes people think they know the lives of celebrities. They don't know. They don't know how we feel, how we think, how we live. In the press, you can read 1,000 things, but you'll never really know what someone truly feels in their heart. That's why I'm telling you, if it didn't come out of my mouth, don't believe it.
Yeah.
You'll never know me from a video you'll see on Instagram or a video you see of me going viral on TikTok. Don't believe everything you see online. If you want to know the real me, I invite you to my house. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And then he says, who here wants to come to my house? We'll have a drink. Everybody's like, yeah, of course we want to have a drink with Benito.
Duh.
Hey, Benito, have us over. We'll have a nice party.
Yeah, you could explain.
But that was, I feel like in that part, that was his way of trying to gain the audience back. You know what I'm saying?
I think, well, back to last whatever. I think he knows exactly how this has affected him and his image and whatever.
For sure.
I think a lot of his actions now rolling over are kind of trying to gain back a lot of because honestly a lot of people stopped messing with him. So I think him, but then it's also how are you gonna say these things and then we're not blind.
Exactly.
It was kind of, I was insulted. I was like, do you think we're dumb?
Right, because he goes to say, don't believe everything you see online, a video or something.
I said, so that's you.
Bro, we saw you on a horse with Ken. What do you mean don't believe a video, bro? We saw you freaking...
behind her?
Yeah, what do you mean don't believe everything? And then
I said, was that not you?
and he goes say, that's why I say I do things sometimes that you don't understand, but don't worry about me. I'm good. And he goes on to say, I never regret the things I say, and I'll never regret writing this song. And then he says there's things that were mentioned about me that I don't even want to repeat. And I already knew where this was going. He's going to talk about his interview in Times Magazine where he says when he wrote El Apagón over that line, La Falta de Sazón.
Yeah, and then
and then he kind of backpedaled on that. And everybody was pissed off. And this was his time to address it. So sure enough, the song he sings right after that, El Apagón.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny how he didn't even sing the part where it says Le Falta Sazón. Because I was waiting for him to sing that part because Kendall was in the audience. Didn't even sing it. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. Huh?
I think, because I was having this discussion with a lot of my friends. Yeah. Because a lot of people were like, dude, how do you feel about it? Blah, blah, blah. It was just a main topic of discussion for, I think, a lot of people because it was just shocking. I was just this is just so, in my head, I'm like, it is so planned out.
Yeah. It looked like a PR stunt.
My thing is, I think it was. I still think it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think it got the
traction
that it needed, or it went in the opposite direction that they thought it was. Like in my head, I'm like, what is like the reason for it? Because it didn't make any sense because nothing was really popping off.
Yeah.
I just think it went wrong for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think his people knew, because I'm sure people think like, oh, the Kardashians, all they could do is really like benefit the person involved or whatever. But no. And I think it was a surprise to like his people and him on how it was going to affect like his relationship with his fans. Because at the end of the day, his fans were proud to be fans of him because one, his music is amazing. Two, he was breaking barriers for Hispanic people and like, you know, Latinos everywhere. And then you're losing all of that because you weren't putting yourself in the shoes of like, oh, how these people are perceived, you know, by my fans or whatever. So I just think it went in the wrong direction completely. Yeah. But now he's like trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, I think Weekend 1 was kind of that publicity stunt. It was a PR thing.
Yeah, it was like he had to do it.
Even in his visuals, he was going down a storyline of how reggaeton first started. You know, it had reggae roots. It had like African roots. Started talking about Celia Cruz, Tego Calderon, Don Omar. And those are kind of people that like he had mentioned that Times article where he was saying like, oh, I don't see racism. Like, you know, and that was another thing where it's like, you know, and I think this was his way of trying to be like, oh no, like
neutral.
Yeah. Like I do see where this is at.
Like I am aware of.
But now he's went to even more extreme measures, right?
Yeah.
You feel?
I think honestly, I just want to see how this plays out in the end. I'm like, this has gone so far, and a lot of it has surprised a lot of people. I think. Yeah. Because it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you really doing? Like, what are your intentions with this? I would love to be in his head and be like, what is going on? But, like, even, like, with the new song that he dropped.
Yes,
like,
tell us about it.
Dude, because, well, no, it's a big story, actually. Yeah. Because he dropped the song with Grupo Frontera. I saw an interview after the song dropped. Yes. They did an interview.
Yes, the Zane Lowe interview.
Yes. Okay, one, it's a great song. Yeah. Love the song. I think it's breaking barriers for a lot of like regional Mexican music, which is like amazing because it's like people are on the up. People are on like really the up when it comes to like Mexican music. Like you have people who would never, like on my TikTok algorithm, like it's a bunch of people listening. Boom. Yeah, like Peso Pluma. Like it's just like the Bad Bunny transition, whatever. Mm-hmm. But then he like hops on it, and in my head, I was thinking already. I was like, what?
What's he up to?
Right. Because I was like, is he just trying to like gain his... And a lot of conversations are being having about this, like on my algorithm at least. And then the interview pops up with Grupo Frontera. And they're like, we didn't even know he was going to be on the song.
Which is crazy. They didn't even know till they the day of the music video. Wow.
I said, how? Like but in their interview, I don't know if you guys have watched the interview. This man didn't want to say it because he was like, I know what this could cause essentially for him, because it's like, it looks bad. Yeah. It really does. It's like, oh, like a bunch of stuff is happening, like negatively, whatever. He's still Bad Bunny. Like he doesn't like truly.
Right, still superstar.
That's what I'm saying. But I think he noticed, and I think honestly, he's like a man of his people, like of his fans at the end of the day. Like, so I think he realized what was happening. He was like, let me get on this song because it's going to be big. I can make it big already. And then the message of the song is already big because people are like reading into it with him and Gabby, whatever. Then it's like, you feel you're back to like where you felt before, like a little bit betrayed. Right. Because you're like, were you just playing with my emotions? Yeah. Because, like, how is it that you just hop on a song the day of the music video? And a lot of people were like, yeah, you can tell. One of my little cousins was like, it sounds like a TikTok remix. Because his part is just, like, placed.
It was a weird, like, transition.
Yeah,
like
just placed in there.
Yeah.
Like, you can, like, if you take it out and you listen to the rest of the song, it sounds like any other Grupo Frontera song. But that's because it was recorded that way.
And let me tell you something. When I hear that song, like, automatically from the beginning... Like, I think without Bad Bunny, that would have been a good song. Obviously, it wouldn't hit number one. No. But it's a good song. It
wouldn't have gotten the attention that it's gotten.
Exactly. It's a good song to begin with.
Yeah. I think it's an amazing song.
What were your thoughts overall with, like, just the song in general, how it happened. You know, what do you think? What do you think is the plan behind it?
I love the song. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah,
that's just been on replay on my Spotify like for the past.
We were playing it just now.
Yeah, you saw me. I was really vibing out, but I think honestly, he just saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yeah.
Can you blame him? No. Any smart person would be like, I'm gonna hop on this track real quick because it's a good track.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like the lyrics had anything to do with it because it's honest. Well, if you think about it, it's about getting like how you messed up with a girl and like me queda un por ciento, like te pido like perdón.
And what's the part where it talks about
ahogando en tequila?
Yes, the tequila part. And everybody's like 818, Kendall Jenner.
Yep.
So you put in the puzzles.
Pieces. But my thing is, if it was recorded, like, okay, tequila is Mexican drink, whatever.
Tequila's tequila.
It's a coincidence.
Right.
But him being inserted into the song, now it just is like, it's the conversation. Yeah, the conversation's going to keep going, essentially. I think he knew what he was doing. Yeah. I think he still knows what he's doing.
That's your verdict, yeah.
Okay. And that's my verdict. I'm like, this is planned. This isn't like I was going to drop this, like premeditated. Like, it was like, all right, I'm going to take this opportunity. The lyrics, everything goes with the current situation. I'm going to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And look, we're talking about it now, so it's working.
Yep. And you know what? I also thought the same thing because a couple months ago, Peso Pluma, he had kind of like threw a diss at Bad Bunny in a sense. Saying that like, I'm going to be bigger than Bad Bunny. And everybody kind of laughed at him. Right. Like, what do you mean you're going to be bigger than Bad Bunny? No one expected him to actually do it.
Be bigger than...
He had 5 songs in the top... in
like
the top 5 of the top 100 of the Hot 100 of the Billboard.
On the Billboard, yeah.
He had 3 songs that were 1, 2, 3. But at a point, it was 5 songs. That were in the Hot 100, and that is crazy.
Yeah,
because
I saw. Do you know who Duno is?
Yeah.
Okay,
from Brown Bag.
Yeah. Okay, so he posted a TikTok, and it was him like putting on his like black friends onto Peso Pluma.
Oh, I saw that one.
Okay,
yeah.
And then he was like, "This man is hotter than Bad Bunny right now," and they were like, "Nah." Genuinely, he is.
Yeah.
Like. He is breaking barriers, and it's like it. And Bad Bunny's like reggaeton. You have like reggaetonistas like who are on the top 5 all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like at least at some point there's always a song, a reggaeton artist that's gonna be in that. But to have like corridos, and like that kind of music in the top 5,
that's impressive.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
And then first to be Peso Pluma, and like you look at him and you're like. This guy?
Who's this fool? Yeah.
This fool right here. He's in the top. But no, like, and he did it, bro. Like, he did it.
And you know,
I don't think it's going to be like it's a worldwide, like, Bad Bunny you would say is international.
Yes, yeah.
Like, you take that anywhere.
Right.
But it's on the way, I feel like. And he's already broken some, charts when it comes to, like, corridos and, like, regional Mexican music. Like, I'm like, damn.
So me personally, when I thought about that song, I thought, okay, Bad Bunny saw a threat because after that whole Kendall Jenner thing, a lot of people were jumping ship. They were in their Bad Bunny era, and then
they were in their Rao.
They're in their Rao era. Yeah, okay. See, I wasn't in my Fade era.
I was before.
You were, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was even more after that.
Yeah, so I went to my Bad Bunny, and I still liked Rao before, but I went heavy on my Rao era.
Yeah.
And then it was the Peso Pluma era.
A lot of people.
And, to be fair, I'm not trying to sound like one of those, but I've been bumping Peso Pluma for a bit, you know what I'm saying? For a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to throw it out there. I'm clearing the air real quick.
Basically, he's not a bandwagon is what he's trying to say.
So when Peso Pluma started taking away all these fans from Bad Bunny, he saw it. He took the hit. He noticed it.
Oh, no, these people aren't dumb.
Yeah. And so...
He saw all the Mexicans jumping ship.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we have our... Not trying to say like we have our own, but like... There's like a big jump in like the music genres when it comes to Mexicans. So it's like, we can also listen to this. And especially if it's like popping... Like, we have no issue, like, just transitioning over. Like, yeah, Bad Bunny still makes great music. We supported him. We love him. But at the same time, when you hear, like, your own people, like, you're like, damn, this is fire.
Support,
yeah. And you're going to start listening. This Bad Bunny was not dumb. And then he posted that picture
Which one?
No. Well, the Wknd won Coachella. He saw like Peso Pluma in the crowd. Like,
oh yeah.
And like dabbed him up, took a photo. I was like, this man is so smart.
But look, when that song first dropped, my initial reaction is, oh, come on. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And the fact that when that interview came out,
and
when Grupo Frontera themselves said they didn't even know Bad Bunny was going to be on the song until the day of the music video shoot, I knew that Bad Bunny was he was just using them.
Yeah, confirmed your...
And, you know, while yes, it came out, you know, it was in a positive sense. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to gain back that control. Because
he's been number one for a fat minute.
Yeah. And then once that song came out, he overtook Peso Pluma's number one. And so now it's still number one.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was having this conversation with my friend Sammy in the car. And, you know, we're just kind of like, oh, what do you think about it? What do you think? And I was like, you know what? This is whole, like, I know what he's doing. It's a big PR stunt. He's trying to, like, get back on number one.
Yeah.
The fusion in the song wasn't very, like, I felt it didn't match well. It could have done well without him. Obviously, not
sounded like a regular group. Like, if you listen to Grupo Frontera, all their other songs, like, they sound... If you removed it, it would have sounded like one of their songs, like solo songs. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know... I was telling him, because I was like, yeah, he's just trying to cross over too much. But he was reminding me, he's like, well, think about it though. This, like, all these Spanish artists wouldn't be where they're at if it wasn't for Bad Bunny. I don't want to say paving the way, but breaking barriers.
Opening it up.
Yeah, opening it up.
Yeah, he opened the gate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even to Corridos, because I didn't start listening to it until Bad Bunny had the collab with Natanael Cano.
Really?
Yeah, that was... Well, because I'm Guatemalan. We don't grow up with Corridos.
I forget. I'm sorry.
I mean, I would listen...
I like Anthony. I think he's Mexican.
Well, okay, hold on. Corridos tumbados.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
Like Regional, like Urbana, like the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, but wait, remember, like, you didn't
listen to him either.
You started... What really started it was you were listening to Natanael Cano, and then it was like Junior H, Eslavon, Fuerza Regida, and then it kind of opens it up to more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. Like, I wouldn't have listened to that if it weren't for Bad Bunny. But he was making some points.
No,
so
he was.
Like,
he was dropping facts.
I get you. But yeah, it's crazy how, I don't know, we're just going to let it ride out. We're going to see what happens in the days coming forward.
I'm trying to see where this goes. Because I had the same, like, honestly, I had the same assumptions. Like, this man is hopping on the train wherever it takes him to number one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, like, Peso Pluma was popping, Grupo Frontera was popping, like, all this Mexican music was popping. And somebody was talking to me, and they're like, no, like, like, Bad Bunny doesn't need all these people. I'm like, generally, no, he doesn't. But you can't sit here and say that his relationship or the way that he's seen in media hasn't changed because of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I think he's taking every opportunity presented to him where it's going to keep him at that level, or like gain back a couple of like the people that I wouldn't say lost, but like people who are getting distracted, like who are like, he doesn't want to be forgotten, I feel like is what is happening. And he's like taking it wherever he wants to take it. It sucks that you have to think that way about a person. Like, you're like, oh, they're only using it. It's not because he messes with them heavy or whatever. Because like usually like Becky G, like she messes with people heavily who she performs with or does duets with, whatever, collabs. And that's the main reason why they do it. So it's hard to like think of like them using them in a sense. But I'm like, it's a dub for all parties involved.
Right, definitely.
So then I don't hate on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why would I hate on something that's uplifting my people? Because if you genuinely think about it, we wouldn't be in the spotlight that we are if it wasn't for him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he opened up that gate. And a dub for my people is a dub for, you know, for the whole people in a sense. It's like when the World Baseball Classic, like when we made it like to the semis, it's like when Mexican boxers do well, it's like, you know, like, and especially Mexican pride is such a big thing. So I think when music, especially because people are like, because people don't understand Mexican music, like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's like not as big as hip hop or like as reggaeton, whatever, but like these people are putting it on the map. So I'm like, a dub is a dub.
Right.
I'm not gonna hate on it.
And you know what? I was seeing TikTok about that. Like, why are people saying like, oh, like they're gatekeeping this and that? Peso Pluma, like they're hating that he's number one. But
yeah, people are like hate on you, like, oh, when did you start listening to Peso Pluma?
At the end of the day, like, why are you not supporting your own people? Like, this is the first time in history where a Mexican artist is to that level. Like, you guys should be supporting each other. So it brings a great point to that. And that song came out shortly after Weekend 1, right before Weekend 2. Did that fall in your drink? Let me see how much more you got.
It did.
Oh, come on, man. See, I'm donezo with mine. Snap, crackle, pop.
Damn, bro. I'm about to choke. It's okay. I'm gonna still finish it.
So that came out after Weekend 1, before Weekend 2. So everybody's mind was like, oh, is Bad Bunny gonna bring them out?
Peso Pluma. Yeah.
No.
Grupo Frontera. And he did.
And sure enough, he did.
He did.
And you know what?
It was so fire.
That was kind of the highlight.
It was so fire.
That was almost the highlight of the concert because they just
won
Latin AMA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, for him to not, like, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah, and so they performed 2 of their own songs. Bebe Dame. What's the other one? The really popular one. Okay. Anyways,
we'll get back to that one.
Yeah, Cantaritos hidden.
We'll get back to that one.
But that was a cool set. I think
I loved it.
In the end,
I loved it.
I think Bad Bunny's performance with Weekend 2 was great.
Better.
It was
Weekend.
Great. Yeah,
it doesn't compare. You could see the vibes, like things went smoothly. You could tell he was more in it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's because Gabby was there." Blah blah blah.
That's another thing. Gabriela posted she was, you can see in the background she was in Coachella. And so everybody's thought is, oh,
are they back?
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner's probably there,
and she was.
Is Gabi gonna sing her part in El Apagón? And I was excited for that.
I knew he.
However, she didn't perform.
No, she
didn't
wasn't.
Invite her up there.
That wasn't even a thought in my head. I was like, no, there's no way.
But going back to Bad Bunny's set, off the bat, I knew it was gonna be good when I want to say the second song he brought out Arcángel.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, okay, this is already going to be off to a good start.
Yeah. It's like one of his actual shows.
Yeah.
You felt like that.
And the energy was there. There were no audio technical difficulties whatsoever.
Yeah.
You could just feel it. He was there.
It was a different vibe.
He looked alive. And many people are saying
he looked alive.
Maybe it's because Gabby was there in the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the
I
case?
think he showed out for her.
You think so?
Because, during his set, when he sang, what song is it? He brought out the guitar player.
Oh, Juan Felicidad or Carlos Felicidad, something like that?
Yes. And he asked him, he was like, I have a question to ask you. He was like, ¿Cómo se te olvida un amor or something?
How do you get over a heartbreak or something like that?
Or how do you get over a girl or whatever? Yeah. And I was like, oh, this
And did you hear his response?
Yeah, he was like, find another one.
Just get another one. I was like, oof.
And my thing is like, does Kendall understand what they're saying? Because damn. I walk away. How do you looking that silly?
Damn, he's like, oh, okay.
He's like, no, like that's a good response. That's a good response.
Okay.
But genuinely, I was like, I think he showed out because of that. But also, it's like, I think it's just all so planned out and it's so like strategic because this man is not dumb. So I think even I hate thinking about it too much because I'm like, I'm giving him what he wants. Like, you know what I'm saying? When genuinely it's not that serious in his head. But you know what? I'm just going to watch it play out. I'm not going to think too much about it and we'll see where it goes because it's not going to last. Like, that's not going to last. And I think it is a PR thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, this man's doing a great job.
Yeah.
A great job at staying relevant. Like, it's crazy.
Hey, he had a great set, though. The transitions were good. They were on point. The energy was there. He looked genuinely happy to be there.
Yeah, you could tell his energy.
No audio malfunctions. I mean,
but it's Weekend 2. Like, it's you have time to fix
close
those
it out.
things. Yeah.
He even changed up the set list. He did 2 songs from El Último Tour del Mundo, which never had its. Oh, hold on. Yep, no, that one did have a tour. I was there. Never mind. I was gonna say that one never had its tour because of COVID. It was Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana never had its own tour.
Yes.
Okay. See, I fact checked myself. We're good. But anyways, he played 120 and Booker T, which he doesn't normally perform. So I think there was a part of him he kind of like, wanted to bring out some of that older stuff too.
Yeah, I think like he wanted to be rerouted in like where he what made him big.
Right.
You know?
I mean, still everybody's mind was still, hey, Gabby's there, Kendall's gonna be there.
At one point, they were right. They were.
Yeah,
next
I've
to
been
each
seeing
other.
some videos, but like I couldn't tell who was who though.
I saw Gabby. I just didn't see Kendall.
More videos and more pictures are coming out. But did you see that Kris Jenner was in the crowd and Jeff Bezos?
I said Jeff is there.
Sheesh.
Yeah, nah, this man's big. But my thing is like,
again, is this a PR stunt? He's
what
trying
is
to
he
be,
gaining
yeah,
from
what's if Kris
actually
Jenner is
going on?
in there
And
in
Jeff
the crowd,
Bezos.
sums up.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm thinking like this man is not dumb. He saw the wealthiest, most like the people who are in the public figure the most, took his opportunity. Yeah. Who knows where he's going with it? Honestly, I would love to know where he's going with it because that could lead to a lot. You know, like they got plugs up the, like. So we'll see. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
In the end, it's just bringing the Latino culture up, being more relevant.
I'm like, if you're mad for no reason. I'm like, yeah, it sucks, but honestly, like, I think we're at the point where like celebrities are celebrities and like people are people, and I think like if you think too much about it, that's where you get like
don't get consumed.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like the consumption, especially, I think it's like a weird twist from social media, kind of like, I wouldn't say dying down because it'll never die down, but I think a lot of people aren't as consumed into it. Like even influencers are like, shit, I'm taking a break. Like I do realize like the negative effects of it. So I think a lot of people are backing away. So it's making it easier to separate yourself from celebrity culture. So I'm like, if you're mad about it, like you're in too deep. Like, baby, you got to do a reevaluation on what your priorities are. But it's a dub for like our people, genuinely. I'm like, I'm not mad at it. Right. Why would I be upset?
And honestly, this is the most we talk about it just because we want to give you guys the content. We know you guys are thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is the most we kind of even just scratch the surface on it.
Yeah, but it's deep.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's definitely deep, but I'm like, you cannot be mad. That's like hating on like your own success, honestly. Because it's like, why would you not want to be perceived as like some of the best people in music? Right. You know what I'm saying right now? I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. You could do a whole study on it, and it would still not make sense.
All in all, I think he had a great set.
It was amazing.
I think
Coachella,
a lot of stuff is moving. A lot of stuff is constantly changing in the music industry.
Yeah.
Within Mexican regional music, just Spanish music in general.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what else comes up.
I mean, I know people are gonna be popping. I have like friends who aren't even. I mean, you're not. You're not Mexican.
I'm not.
I always forget, crazy. Bro. No, it's like, but I have like other friends who genuinely like don't listen to anything other than a certain type of music. Yeah. And even them, they're like, oh, who is this guy? Like sending me TikToks, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how the fuck are you being exposed to this? And then they're like into it. Like, it's so funny. Like I see like this white guy on TikTok, like actually getting into Peso Pluma. Yeah. And I'm like, it's weird. It's like a weird crossover episode, but it's good. I'm like, I love it. I live for it. But I know a lot of people like to gatekeep and like to have their own things.
Hey, I was on that Nathaniel Cano early, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, that's such a dub. I can't stand this, man.
Yeah, I was about to be in the Amor Tumbado music video, but nobody was down to go, so I swear.
Anyways. If you see a 6-foot Guatemalan.
With this freaking puffer jacket, tacuache looking at us.
But yeah, honestly, I'm excited to see where it goes. I know like music's gonna change, and if you see my Spotify, like that shit's all mixed, and I'm sure a lot of people are feeling the same way. Yeah. Because it's just a bunch of things are coming up, and like, how can I hate on it? Yeah. I'm not one to be like hating on my own culture, on my own people. I want to expose it. I know people, it's not for everyone. That's why I've never, like when you're around your friends and you're in the car, do you ever like initially play that? If you know that they're not into it?
I only play Spanish music now. I mean, not now, but like,
ever?
Sheesh. For the most part.
See, like, I don't listen I'm like, I already know they're not going to like this, so I'm not going to put it. But now I'm like,
I don't care.
Yeah. I'm like, you're going to like it now.
Like, when's the last time you drove? Oh, it's fine.
Not for my car, my aux. But that's where I'm going. I'm like, the people are getting exposed and they're liking it, so it's just gonna go up. We gotta
do what we gotta do.
Yeah, honestly, it's a vibe. I love Peso Pluma, but it puts me in like a weird. Sometimes I need to stop listening to it. Puts me in like a weird headspace.
Like I'm in a narco or something like that.
Look,
Something like that.
Look, if you see me in Mexico, which you will soon, and you see me acting up.
We over here sipping
in the razors,
cantaritos and whatnot.
No, but it's a vibe.
Yeah.
And it's just, I want to see who he collabs with next.
Yeah.
Do you think that it'll be a Peso Pluma Bad Bunny collab?
No, I think he's gonna do one more regional Mexican, and then I want to say so at the Latin AMAs he took a picture with Steve Aoki.
Well, because Steve Aoki was listening to Peso Pluma.
Yeah, so I know Marshmello did a collab with like Farruko. Marshmello also did a collab with Manuel Turizo. Did a collab with Nathaniel Cano. So there's a lot of cross reference going on.
Yeah.
I think.
I want to know who the next one is.
I'm sorry. Steve Aoki did one with Nathaniel Cano. So I think he's trying to get one with Peso Pluma, but
I'm trying to see.
I can see Peso. Dude, he's down to collaborate with everyone.
Bro, he's fire.
He knows he's on the top charts.
Yeah,
so
and his music's good. I'm good. Like, I just want to see who the next person is. Like, he already got one with Becky. Like,
it'll be good.
He's actually making one with Eliade Ocarion.
Oh yeah. He posted the other day.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Hey.
I'm excited.
I just noticed we're matching with the Linen vibes. Dang,
this man's cantaritos really hit him because I said that in the first 2 minutes of the episode.
Were we recording though?
I think we were.
Nah, I don't know.
Watch it back.
All right, someone replay it back for us.
We'll watch it back because I swear.
By the way, I was a little. I'm not gonna lie. Honesty hour. In the spirit of transparency.
No.
Chach made a post about me the other day on Instagram.
No. Okay. I just want to let everyone out. Show the people your shoes really quick. Show the people your shoes.
Oh.
So he brought these out.
The Travi Patties.
He brought these out. I walk in.
I don't wear these a lot. It's probably my fourth time wearing them.
Yes.
Because they're all right.
He brought them out because, we'll insert a clip. This man was wearing some BEAT. When I tell you, like, BEAT, Air Force Ones. No one should be allowed to have Air Force Ones. This BEAT.
Look.
Pause. He wore them to work. Like, it wasn't to Corner Bar. It wasn't to Hermosa. It was, like, to work. And he walks up, and I'm like, damn, what is going on with your shoe? Like, everyone, bro, I have never been this shocked in my life because Anthony's one to have amazing shoe game. So I was like, why are these out right now? Like, these should be in the trash, first of all. I hope you don't have them. Because
you were the sixth person to tell me, like, clean your shoes.
That day?
In general.
Okay. I need to go in his closet right now to see because they're gonna go in the trash.
Them out?
No, they're going in the trash. But let me tell you what some people said.
And give me names too. I'm just curious. Yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing.
He wants ads. He wants ads. He said, "I'm just trying to see something real quick."
What'd you even post? I forgot what it said. It was like a question.
What kind of activity is this?
Oh yeah, what kind of activity?
Because in my head, I already knew. I already knew the number one response. Number one response, no shade. But it was white girl activity because
I seen that meme.
Yes, okay. Because they love BEAT Air Forces. They think it's a vibe. They think it's an aesthetic. It's not an aesthetic. Clean them. It's not that hard. To be fair, Air Forces do get creased up and they waste a little bit easier than shoes. But it's like, then throw them away. Then donate them. Okay. Donate them. Okay. Another one was Nissan Altima.
Hold up, you guys came at me sideways with that one.
No, that was so good because of our Nissan Altima
segment. Exactly.
And the last one, so I was like, that really is. The next one was crackhead activity. Criminal activity was another one.
Wow.
Criminal activity.
Criminal.
Not the good kind.
Oh, okay.
Not the good side.
That was nothing.
Like you got a felony on you.
Oh damn.
Your homie actually, shout out Javi, said it's giving Edgar Cut Tacuache vibes.
Sheesh.
Show the people your hair.
Nah.
That's the vibe he was going for, but it's not a good one. And then someone did say,
good looks, Javi.
Someone did say frugal. I was like, no, that's not an excuse.
So I'm not gonna lie, I did wear those I was gonna say off-whites. What are they? Air Force
Ones.
I did wear them to Baja Beach Fest 2 years in a row. So
that's fine though. I would not judge you if you were wearing them to Baja Beach Fest. So don't bring them out.
So they got a lot of sand. They got a lot of like alcohol thrown on them. A lot of people stepping around. Probably worn a corner bar a couple times.
And you're still wearing them. That's the thing.
Hey, it was one of those days. I just needed to get out. You know, I was running late. Had to go dip. But we're changing it up. Chach.
Look, you'll never see him wearing those again. That's all I got to say on the matter. You'll never see.
Y'all
he will
bullied
not
me.
have.
Y'all literally bullied me.
He said, "I'm suing for defamation."
I'm suing for defamation. Y'all literally bullied me into wearing better shoes. So
I'm gonna bring out
my
most expensive, my nicest.
Podcast hat on.
He said, "This isn't regular day behavior. I swear."
But damn, hey, this is a really good episode.
That was our Coachella recap. Honestly, Coachella was just a big topic. I know that like we were both interested in because it's like a lot is happening in both weekends. Yeah. We're filming this during weekend too, so like who knows what else is going to happen. Mm-hmm. But in the music world, things are changing, and we also wanted to acknowledge that. So we dedicated a very long time to this episode. Segment. Yeah, because there was a lot going on. We wanted to address it because we want to see if your guys' opinions are the same.
Yes.
Because genuinely, I don't like to get into this discussion a lot. But I figure we're here and our thing is to talk. But because it's just so exhausting because things are always changing. There's so many opinions. You're being inundated with all this information, all these opinions that I'm just here on the back seat. We'll see where it goes. Mm-hmm. But now that we've spoken on it, are they similar? Are a lot of people having the same opinions? I want to hear unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
If you got a different opinion than us, I would love to hear it. Cause
I want to hear from Frank Ocean fans, especially.
Yeah, like Frank Ocean fans,
like diehards.
Yeah, I want to see like how are you doing?
Because I know somebody on Instagram. They traveled from Colorado to go to Coachella to see him, and this is the weekend they chose. But honestly,
did you message him and ask?
No, but if I were a Frank Ocean fan, I'd be smart enough to know to go weekend 1 because weekend 2, there's a shot he ain't coming.
It's not promised.
Yeah, exactly. If I were a Frank Ocean fan, I would know.
You would already know. It's like when you're in a toxic relationship.
Yeah, literally, that's what that is.
You know. Yeah, it's like you already got that little idea. Like he might not.
So genuinely, let us know what are your guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that about wraps us up here on today's episode.
That finishes it up for Coachella.
If you guys stuck around for this long, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube,
Spotify.
You can follow along on Spotify.
Apple Podcasts.
Tell them all.
I'm actually getting really good at this.
Let's hear it.
Wait, no, I don't know it like that though. But once you got the ball rolling, it was coming.
The little ball, once you get it rolling. So you can catch us on Spotify. You can listen to us and watch us. It's even better to watch us, I feel.
On where?
On Spotify.
Okay. We're going to talk about that later because it doesn't pop up.
It's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Just kidding.
It's there. Update your app.
I'm trying.
You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts.
Maybe my ThinkPad doesn't have that option.
You can even go, hey, Alexa. Oh, which I still yet to get you your Alexa. Whoops, sorry. Hey, Alexa, play the Dopamine Flow podcast, and it will play us. That's pretty dope. Thank you guys so much for sticking around.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram at the Dopamine Flow.
We're coming up with some new graphics.
Yes.
So
exciting
some updated stuff. So stay tuned for that.
And I just ordered an extra mic. So we're getting ready for you guys. If you guys want to be a guest on our podcast.
Yes, we would love to have you. You could sit right here.
We're forming our guest list. We're forming our list.
Yeah, we have a wait list.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, please get on there. We'll post a little poll on the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
We know who sees our stuff, but not the following. And then we really want to bring people on who got some stuff to say.
Yeah. So if you have like a certain topic, a little niche, something that you want to talk about, whether it be, I don't know, fitness,
health.
diet, health, fashion, I don't know. What else?
What do people talk about?
What do people talk about?
Pendejadas.
Yeah, something like that.
Anything you guys want, bring it to our attention. Yeah, and let us know because I don't know. He's in charge of the Amazon, so he sees when the mic comes in.
Hey. Yeah, I'm in charge of the Amazon. Like we got a business card and shit. Put on the Amex. Put
on the black Amex.
Yeah. Okay. It's a personal Amex. We out here.
But as soon as that third mic comes on, we're gonna be ready to go. So
as soon as my credit limit increased. No,
so we will be adding our Venmo to the Instagram bio.
I'll pay with Bitcoin and Ethereum.
But yeah, we're really excited for what's to come with the podcast.
Yeah.
Bringing in new people. It's going to be a new experience.
More
new
cantaritos.
Topics. I'm actually going to the liquor store right now. We will definitely have more cantaritos.
We're not sorry. We can't say where it's at.
We can't. I technically don't even know. Because he won't tell me the exact one. So I'm going to just hit up every single one on that street.
I'm gonna buy them all and then just sell them on OfferUp. Hold up.
If you see
next episode, how I made $1,000 selling cantaritos on OfferUp. Damn.
No, that's
right now.
See, you be talking.
Hold up.
You be giving people your ideas. But yeah, we're really excited, and we hope to just continue to do this and keep it going and drop the topics, subscribe to the little wait list because we'll have you here.
Yes.
Yeah. But catch us next time.
Thanks for rocking with us.
The dopamine flow. There you go.
There y'all.
Bye.
Peace.